Hi, Diofig here. In my last video, we took a look at ray tracing in Quake 2 on a 1660 Super. And you might have thought to yourself, well yeah, it's a game from 1997. Of course Yellow Box can do that. But, what about a modern game? What about a game like, say, Control? Control is completely playable with full ray tracing on a 1660 Super. While it requires some dropping of the render resolution, the overall image quality isn't degraded significantly. With normal rasterization, I hit a low of 40 frames per second, and at best can hit 90 frames per second. With ray tracing, when I left everything else maxed out and set the render resolution to 1280 by 720, I was able to get a minimum of 20 frames per second and a max of about 40. While not competitive speeds by any means, for this single-player game, cinematic frame rates work just fine. One issue I did run into was texture pop-in. This occurred whether I was using ray tracing or not, and it just happened to be more pronounced with it. This is because my card is running at 99 to 100% capacity with either lighting method. The main fix for the issue is to pause the game to allow the GPU memory time to catch up. Though without ray tracing, the experience is much smoother, I ended up playing the majority of the game with all the lighting and shadow goodies enabled, because it just felt visually empty without it. Control just looks pretty. Honestly, it reminds me a lot of Max Payne 2 and how all its small details add to the overall realness of its world. This helps give a sense of grounding to contrast some of the mind-bending visuals. I gotta give it up to Remedy for bringing the quality and quantity in that department. Rasterization made it feel like a video game. Ray tracing made it feel like an experienced movie. Something about removing the plastic sheen of the game world and replacing it with cold, calculated reflections and lighting brings it to life. Even if it's rather subtle, it works.